All right, so we're going to work on setting up your Google Drive for chemistry. The first thing you need to do is create a folder, and I want you to call it chemistry. Create that folder, and then inside your folder you're going to create another folder. This is where we're going to hand stuff in. So open that folder up and then say create again. Create folder. This is going to be your hand in folder. So we're going to call it hand in dot, and then you're going to put your last name. So I'm going to put Muyskens, and then your first name, and then you're going to put, if you're in chemistry, put chemistry in the period. So let's say you're in third period, chemistry 3. If you're in intro, make that intro. This is your hand in folder that everything that you turn in digitally is going to go into that folder. You then need to share that folder with me. So click on that and then say share, and you're going to put my name in here, and so K Muyskens at carrolltigers.org, and leave it so that I can edit in case I need to work on it. If we're working on a paper or something we want to go back and forth, let me do that. You do not need to email me. I'll get it, I'll know it's there. Click OK, that's fine, and then you're done. Okay, so now you've created that hand in folder. And then let's just go one step farther in there. You're going to create one more folder, and you're going to call that one graded. And that's where I will put things after I'm done grading them. I'll put them in the graded folder. So now you should see, if you go back here, you should have your chemistry folder, and inside there is your hand in folder. Inside there is your graded folder. Okay. Then you need to find your folder that I gave you, which is called Carroll Chemistry. So it should be in the shared with me ones. Drag that into the chemistry folder. So now if I click on chemistry, I should see those two folders in there. Okay. The other thing that I want you to do is to download a copy of the textbook, because if you're offline you may need that. So here's the textbook, and I want you to download that. So select it and then say download, and it's going to tell you it's too big, and say that's fine, I don't care, download it anyway, and it will then start to download. And then it'll actually be on your drive, and so you could actually do that, read that offline if you wanted to. Okay. The last thing that I want you to do is I want you to hand in a document. So you're going to create a document now. Create a document. And actually, okay, so now go back up to your chemistry folder. So now you're in chemistry folder. So let's say that you had to do an assignment, and I want you to make sure you know how to do that. So create a document, and on this document I want you to do it the way that you should do it for to hand in. So if you look at the assignment protocols for a digital assignment, you're going to put chemistry, and then you're going to put the periods. So let's say it's chemistry 3 again, and you're going to put your name, and you're going to put the assignment. So the assignment is to create digital document. Now normally that would be like questions on page 23 or something like that. The date due, so put the date that this is due, which would be like 8/21/14, or whatever day it is, I mean, depending on when you're looking at this. And then for this one, all you need to do is say, this is my digital document. Okay, so then you're going to save that, and we're going to call it digital document. Okay, and then, and why did you not change that name? There we go. Okay. So then you want to hand it in, and in order to hand it in, all you need to do, you don't need to share it with me, you just need to put it into the hand in folder. Okay. So at this point now, all of your stuff for chemistry should be in this chemistry folder. Everything that I gave you should be in the Carroll Chemistry folder. Everything that you're going to hand in goes in the hand in folder. And then all your other documents will go down below in here. Don't put anything into the hand in folder that is not to be handed in. I don't want you don't use that for storage place, because I'll just move stuff out of there. That's like you're handing it in to me at my desk, and then I'm checking it and I'm putting it in the graded folder. I'm handing it back to you. Nothing else goes in the graded folder besides documents to be graded. Nothing should go into the Carroll Chemistry folder besides things that I put in there. This is simply stuff that I put in for you. So you don't put anything in there. All your stuff should just go in. If you want to make another folder in here, or if you just want it to be in this, that's fine, however you want to do it. But this is what you should do. Alright, let's take a look at how the chemistry folder is set up now. So go into your Carroll Chemistry folder, and let's just take a pretty typical chapter, might be chapter 12. So let's go into find chapter 12, and you'll see that there are practice problems. So these would be worksheets or something that we might work on. There is also outlines. These would be the notes, the outlines for the notes that I would give. There might be labs. So here's a lab that we did last year. Might be, this has a particular graphic that we used that was helpful. And then if you go under text and video, you'll notice in here there's each section. This is your textbook, but I just broke it up by sections so that you could see that easier. You didn't have to download that whole document or try to page through it to find it, whatever. So each section I have broken up, so if you want to just look at it by section. I also have the videos in here that you can watch. However, we will not normally be watching them through this way, but this might just be a backup if something else wasn't working. They are right here. We're going to watch them using an application called Edpuzzle, and that'll be a little bit different, and I'll explain that in just a little bit. But that's what a typical folder looks like in there. Most of them have a similar look to that depending on what's in there. You'll also see that there are different labs. Sometimes the labs don't really fit into chapters, so they're just kind of put into my lab folder. There's also another book that we're going to be using, and copies of those pages are in here. This is the STEM handbook, and we'll be using this to kind of work about our research, talk about our research and stuff like that. Some things are in there. There'll be some extra credit. There's some things here, and there'll be a few more things written in there throughout the year. And that's kind of what you see in that Carroll Chemistry folder. So that's where I will put anything digital, always goes into that folder. All right, one of the new things that I'm going to be doing this year is I'm going to be using what's an app called Remind, which allows me to send you text messages and send information back and forth, text or email, very similar to what Mr. Cordes does when you get a phone call from him. And you won't see my cell phone number, I won't see your cell phone number, so it's private, so there's no issues with any of that. But let's just take a look at, you can find that, go into the Carroll Chemistry and go down and you're going to find, looking for the remind. If you're in Intro to Chemistry, you're going to use Remind Intro. If you're in regular chemistry, you're going to use the other one. And here's a very simple what you're going to do. You can, if you're going to do this on your phone, you can download the app either for Google or for for the iPhone. Enter this class code if you're in Intro at IntChem, and you can connect that way, or you can visit that link, or you can join via SMS. So all of that information is right here. Obviously, if you're in regular chemistry, you can use this one, and your code is TigerChem to get in there. All right, the app that we're going to use, or the website that we're going to use to watch our videos, is a site called Edpuzzle. So if you will go to Edpuzzle, and what you're going to do here is you're going to create an account. So you're going to say, I am a new student, and I want you to sign up with Google, and this should take your Google account that you have. Make sure you use your Google account when you do this. Make sure you're logged into your chemistry one. And then, and mine will look a little different because I've got some stuff in here already, but you're going to say join a new class, and at that point you're going to enter your code, and the code is different depending on whether you're in, if you're in regular chem, it's going to be EJ capital Y capital D 5D, and you're going to say join that class, and that'll add you in. If you are in Intro, you're going to use B2796J and then say join that class, and that'll put you in the class it's already in. So there is simple, easy. That's how you join Edpuzzle. This is where we will have the videos. They will be at this place. Nothing is in here as of right now, but you will have them in there when you need them.